Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my humanitarian series where I am bringing you along with me while I am in Egypt. I'm in Cairo helping the orphans who are displaced here from Gaza. We just made our rounds to hospitals, so make sure to check out that video. And now we are making our way over to an Eid party for orphans. We're here enjoying this really windy, the team is down here, and I had to come up in this glass box because I'm wearing my contacts and it is so dusty and windy. I barely opened my eyes down there. So we spent all morning at the hospital and now we're making our way over to the party. We stopped here so that we could pray and get a little bite to eat between our functions. We are just arriving at the venue where we're going to be throwing the party for the kids, and I can't wait to show you guys. It is absolutely beautiful in this room. One thing I really appreciate is this isn't like some, it's not a budget party. It's a really beautiful party at a gorgeous venue. Check out the chandelier. It's just absolutely stunning, and we're finishing up our preparations and putting on our final touches. And inshallah khair, I can't wait for everybody to get here. So I'm just going to do a little walkthrough of where we're going to be hosting the party. Today we are throwing this party with Droplets of Mercy, and your donations have allowed us to have this beautiful Eid party for the orphans. They are refugees here in Egypt. Many of them have lost one or both of their parents. They have been disfigured, they have been injured, and they have come to Egypt for safety. Some of the kids that I met on day 1 and 2 will be here, so I'm super excited for them to show up and see some familiar faces. It's a kids party, so we're going to be having some fun, some music for them to dance and just hang out with each other. We're going to have face painting, the balloons as you just saw, and then we are going to finish the party with Eid gifts and a dinner for the families. And it was really nice to get to see the kids all together, getting to have fun. But guys, it is so unfair and messed up to be at a children's party and see children missing arms and feet, in wheelchairs, missing fingers, having deformities and scars. And these are just the things that I could see. I'm sure that the emotional trauma, the mental anguish is so much more. Like you can see here, I'm holding hands with Aya. She's one of the girls that I met when we made our house visits to drop off food parcels. And it's just like, she didn't want to leave my side. She held my hand the entire time, and we couldn't even speak the same language. We had to use translator, but she was like, she just wanted me to stay with her. And, her mom's still in Gaza. She was injured. She has a limp, but it was so great to be able to be there, to hold her hand, even though we couldn't properly communicate, and see her being able to be like a little kid for once. She's only 10 years old. She's been in Egypt for 1.5 years. She had shrapnel go in her neck and come out her mouth. And, it's almost like she's so used to being in pain of losing her father, Allah yarhamu, that she doesn't even want to barely smile. Right when I felt like I'd experienced it all, we did a little hand holding and a little circle with these girls, and the girl in the white dress shocked me when I grabbed her hand, and I felt like something was different, and I looked, and this is how her hands look after being bombed in her home. She was in the rubble, and her parents had no idea where she was for 12 days. She went missing for 12 days, and she turned up in a hospital, and they were able to find her, and she has completely permanently disfigured hands. Allah make it easy for these children. It's like, even though they were together and they were able to have some fun, it's like you can just still see the pain. It's so sad to see children robbed of their livelihood, of their parents, of their fun. And I was very happy to see little Aya. Look at her, she's smiling. It turns out she really likes to dance. And I was thinking that maybe this is something she could do for healing. Wow, guys, we just got done at the Eid celebration with all of the orphans and the kids, and it is just horrific to see children who are so disfigured, who have trauma, and they're with their parents. It's just, there's so many levels to processing it, because not only do you feel like so terrible, you feel sad for the kids, you feel happy that they have survived, you feel sad for the parents that they have these beautiful children, that they've also lost other children. It's feeling guilty that my country is assisting and doing this. It's just so many levels of sadness and happiness all at once. Please click the link in my bio. You can donate. We're just not doing enough. Final stop of the day is to go to a restaurant where we are going to be hosting amputees. And one thing I will commend Egypt for is they are very diligent about boycotts, and they've created a whole line of soda to boycott the other brands. And this is Wissam. He escaped with his mother. He lost his leg. Like, I just don't even have the words to describe this in videos. When we met with him, it was kind of a conflict because his mother is frustrated with him because he's a 15-year-old boy who lost his leg and has he's just bitter. His father passed away, Allah yarhamo. He lost his leg. He is athletic. He's disfigured. He is handicapped. He's got a disability. He has emotional issues. He has trauma. So his mother wants him to talk about the issues and the things he's gone through so he can share his story. But I think that he feels like he's just his injury. And he said he doesn't want to talk about what he went through because it gives him bad feelings. And when I asked him if he had any dreams and what he likes to do, his mother complained that all he likes to do is play video games and that he just wants to avenge, he wants revenge for what he's gone through. And I think it's rightfully so to be a young child and have gone through so much. And then on top of that, his mother has 4 other children. I believe it was 4 children, the youngest of which is a year and a half. And his mother made the decision to bring him to Egypt and leave her infant and her other children behind. So it seems like they have a little conflict because the mother is frustrated and wants his cooperation so that they can get assistance and they can share his story. They can receive donations, which in turn is going to help her. And so it's just kind of like a double-edged sword where she's trying to push him to help, but he's so traumatized he doesn't want to help. And, it's just a terrible situation. So I'm in my Uber. I am on my way back to the hotel. This concludes the humanitarian work I'm doing here and the fundraising for Eid. But, I was just driving and I was just quiet and I was just looking out the windows. I was reflecting and I just, I feel so sad. I feel so upset. I feel so disturbed. I feel like we're doing so little. I feel like we're all living in an alternate reality. The reality for the orphans and for the refugees is they stay in Egypt. Nothing changes. They rely on food boxes. They have nothing without us. And I hate to put it like that, but they're just literally here waiting for help. And I don't know how we can help everyone, and I don't know how we can make a bigger difference. But like I said, I'm just in the back of my Uber, and to be honest, this is a lot for me to process. And I really went home and had a major meltdown. I did record it. I am going to share it because I want to be real and authentic with you so you can understand this work and figure out how you can add value. I don't know if I want to cry or I want to scream. How I feel being American? Being in a room full of Palestinians, all injured by my country, by my tax dollars, by seeing moms who lost so many kids and they're separated from kids who had to stay in Gaza because they had to bring the one child here to get health care. Little kids who did nothing to deserve this, mothers who did nothing to deserve this, families who did nothing to deserve this. And then it's I'm there, I have such a blessed life, and obviously it's a mercy and a blessing that I get to do these projects, but it's hard work. Alhamdulillah. Very hard work. And the little girl with the hands, we were all at this Eid party and everybody's holding hands and she just grabbed my hand and I could just feel something was off and it took me by such surprise. And there was this other little girl who I interviewed yesterday and she just wouldn't leave my side holding my hand, and she took my phone and was using Google Translate to tell me I'm beautiful and I look like the moon. and that she loves me, and I could just tell she misses her mama, who's still stuck in Gaza, and she's here with her brother. Like, I wish I could help. It would, like, makes me wish I lived in Egypt so that I could visit them on my own. And I'm not trying to, like, be dramatic. It's not for attention. I can't, like, show everything online. I can't, like, it's not that I can't show it. It's just, what right do I have to come in as a white American just crying? Like, I haven't been through these atrocities. I haven't had to try and put olive pits. This little girl was collecting olive pits to try and use them as firewood. This woman today told me that her son keeps hitting the other kids. He had this huge scar on his face because he has brain issues after being in the rubble for 7 days, and that her other daughter was in rubble for 12 days, the one with the fingers, and they couldn't find her for 12 days. They had no idea where she was, and then they finally found her at a hospital. And the people on the team who are translating for me are Palestinian, and I turned to her and I'm like, what the hell? And I forget that she's Palestinian too. It's just like I'm grateful for what I have, but I also feel like I come from such a selfish world. People spending $250,000 on a wedding, spending $70 on a meal. Like, we're so excessive. We're so excessive, and we're so ungrateful in the West. We're so ungrateful. We're living in a different reality. Alhamdulillah, but like, it's sickening. It's sickening. I don't know. I'll be okay. I'm just got to my hotel for the first time today in 13 hours. SubhanAllah.